Would you look at that? The intro worked for change. Welcome
Yes.
to another Thursday, another Rock Players. Thank you, Reaver, for showing up so early.
Yeah.
Full disclosure, I had an evening that I didn't really anticipate in terms of time. Flew away from me doing other things that I needed to do, and suddenly it was time to be here. And so yeah, there's an open invite if you want to join. Just if you have the link in the past, it's the same link as always. If you don't, ping me and I'll send it over your way. But yeah, you were fast. You joined even before I sent out the link. So awesome.
Yeah.
Nice to have you. How
Oh
you
yeah,
doing, man?
because I use the same link that I'm given every time.
Yeah, it
I
is the
just use
same.
the same.
Like it's a
Yeah.
permanent link unless I actively
Yeah.
change to a new one, which I haven't done in
Yeah.
well since we started, I think.
It
So
it,
yeah,
it keeps it's still working.
yeah, still works.
Hey, you Ray sent me one, and that one still works.
Yeah, I mean that's the beauty of this. It always just works. Um, yeah, thank you for joining, man. And
No problem.
how have you been playing anything fun lately?
I'm just been playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I've been trying to get it done. I'm just working on
How
the
much do
deals.
they have left?
I just have like the Mastery Challenge Part Two. The Forgotten Saga fully through. Tools of the Fallen Part Two and the epilogue.
Nice.
That's all I have. Those are not pretty big DLCs.
Yeah, I mean it is, but it's also
Yeah,
not that much when all things considered.
because a few days ago I just beat Dawn of Ragnarok.
Yeah, I mean it depends on what you compare it to, but you're
Yeah,
technically you don't have that much left
yeah,
comparatively. It's still several hundred hours, but
yeah. That's true.
yeah, and there you go. And yeah, and I mean, I've had like I said, I had a spontaneous day at the office, as I mentioned to you before we went live, and it's like last minute I decided to go ahead into the office for various reasons, but like especially since I needed to be in town at the end of the day anyway, and my first thought was I'm just gonna head in, you know, cut the day a bit early and go in after work. But then I realized that there was severe risk of no working trains due to heavy snowfall. That's still like it's snowing, but it's not heavy snowfall. Um, so I went in early and yeah, had a day at the office. Spent my lunch break, half my lunch break talking about work stuff with colleagues, and the other half playing the new Avatar
Nice.
on GFN. Played it through Ubisoft Plus, and I mean I've just played like the very intro up until you see a forest basically, and a cutscene in that forest, and dang, is that a beautiful game! Like
I know I watched a little bit of gameplay from my friend yesterday who was streaming it. Because he had
yeah,
early access as well.
it's beautiful. And also I gotta say like playing you've played your fair share of first person shooters over the years after all, and like you know you can only do so much with a first person shooter. It will always feel a bit of the same.
Mm-hmm.
But there is
Right.
something about doing it when you are like twice as tall as everyone else and everything around you. So like I mean, the
Yes.
Navi are tall. So when you're walking through this building, like this human research station, you are way taller than everything else.
Yes.
So like you have to crouch to go through doorways. You're that
Wow.
tall,
Now
and that
that
just puts an entirely different spin on things. Like
it is.
it actually felt different, which I didn't
That
expect, but really
that's very
enjoyed.
immersive right there.
Yeah, I mean,
Good.
it's like I didn't think that thing would make feel so different, but it does. And who knows after after a while it probably won't feel different. But right now, no, it feels very different.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, and looking forward to trying that a bit more. Not sure when I'll have time to finish it, considering I've played what like 4 hours total of Mirage so far, and that's also one that I had plans to play a
Yeah.
fair bit of as well. Uh,
To
Still
be
not done with
honest,
Baldur's Gate.
I've only played over an hour gameplay of Mirage.
Yeah, I mean, Mirage is also I really enjoyed Mirage. What I played of
Yeah.
it so far. So yeah, I
I have
mean,
to
I
get
have a
back
lot of
into
games
it.
I look forward to playing more of, to the point where I'm not really where I'm like actively trying to not be excited about upcoming games because I
Yeah.
don't have I have enough of them anyway. Particularly, I am excited right now about though Frostpunk 2. that
Yeah,
game
I've heard about
looks
that game.
like they released a gameplay teaser earlier this week. Have you seen it?
I've not.
Oh, it's like it's very short, but
Mm.
it looks so good. Like the cities are way bigger, which should come with all kinds of fun new problems to, new fun ways to give you emotional scars for life, which that first game really does.
Yeah,
Um,
that.
so yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. And they mentioned, keep an eye out. More is coming really soon.
All
Considering
right.
what's happening tonight, I would assume we might see some more gameplay on the Game Awards, which happens tonight. I'm not gonna watch it until tomorrow because I'm gonna be sleeping. But are you gonna watch it?
Yes. Rude's gonna be streaming on Cloud and
Yeah, right.
Console, live in
Yeah.
Discord.
I think he said something about it being a bar night, open bar night.
Yep.
Bring your own drinks
Yep.
and just enjoy the show. Yeah, I would, but it's in the middle of the night, so no.
Crystal and I are gonna be there.
Good.
Sure.
Have you stocked up drinks as well?
We still have
Oh,
Kahlua
we got some Kahlua, we
and
got
Bailey's.
Bailey's Irish
And vodka.
Cream, and vodka.
Yeah, you have a fun night ahead of you.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Kahlua is one of those. Like I think Kahlua,
It-
What
Passoa,
size?
and
That's
Fanta. If you mix that, it's like it's
Kahlua,
like you're at a beach in the Caribbean in a glass.
Kahlua and Fanta.
Passoa, Kahlua, and Fanta. Trust me.
That's
Passoa is this like passion
yeah,
fruit
that
liqueur.
actually sounds really good.
Yeah, it's like fresh and sweet and just feels like like I had that came up with that drink at a wedding, like a New Year's Eve wedding, 10 years
Oh,
ago or something, and it was one of those like we were all drinking it towards the end of the night, and we all like despite being at a party at New Year's, we were all feeling like we were at a beach with an umbrella in the drink,
nice.
and it's one of those. Yeah, it's I haven't really tried it for years, so maybe it's just the memory of it that's fun at this point. But yeah, I enjoyed it back then. Um, yeah, so yeah, if you're gonna stay up late, or if it's not late for you where you are, yeah,
It's
Yeah.
join in with the rest of the crew, and
gonna be at
uh,
7:30 over here
yeah,
Eastern
and
time.
I think Ray, you're gonna be on it as well, right? Hello.
I believe so. It's gonna be like what, like 4:30 for him.
Yeah, something like that. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, anyone else like I mentioned earlier, if you want to join, just hit me up for a link, or if you don't already have a link, and I'll get you on the show floor. This is very impromptu. I've not prepared anything today. I kind of screwed up, um, but that's it's how it is.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you feel like? Should we get into some news, or should we, or
Hmm.
anything else you want to bring up before we jump into that?
Oh, hey, go
All
for
right.
it.
Let's start with this one then. Hang on, there we have the screen share. So, Activision Blizzard Xbox. They announced, or they put out a blog post asking, "Hey, what's that pop up?" Because apparently,
Oh,
if you in a lot of Activision Blizzard PC games and console games, there's now a pop up with some new, updated terms of service or something like that.
hmm.
They have to
No.
agree with, and it basically it will put the next time you boot up Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Warzone, or Crash Team Rumble, you will be asked to accept an updated software license and service
Oh,
agreement.
okay. That's
Uh, and then they
that's new.
link to the full terms. And in that full terms, I found and like they'll explain it. The reason for this is that as a part of the acquisition, they promised the EU that they would, they would make sure that a license for these Activision Blizzard games for cloud streaming would
Hmm.
be out there. So this is basically just them being, hey, by continuing to play, you are now aware that that these games will be, you have a license to play these games in the cloud.
Okay.
Um,
Nice.
and yeah, so it's and like it's a free license. If you yeah, so it's a small change, reflecting the grant of a free license to European Economic Area consumers that allows them to stream that title via any cloud gaming service of their choice that supports streaming the game on any device they may own. So yeah, that's. I mean, we expected that. It's nice to see them do that. And if you go into the actual license, here's where it gets fun. So this license covers, like, it's for individuals based in the European Economic Area, as of the October 13 commitment that they have. It's legally binding by the European Commission in its decision to let them acquire the company. So this license, I mean, it's pending the service has the game, meaning that, I mean, if the game isn't on GFN or Boostroid, technically you maybe don't have a license, but also you technically have a license to stream it, because like if you're able to stream it on GFN, even if it's not on the GFN library, then yeah, I mean, you're allowed to, which you technically were before as well, but you know what I mean. But it also might give you a hint of the games that will be coming to cloud. So it includes The Amazing Spider-Man 2 for the Wii U, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox 360, Xbox One, Angry Birds Star Wars for, well, a bunch of platforms, consoles specifically. Black Ops 4 for Windows. Black Ops Cold War for... Call of Duty Mobile, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Call of Duty Vanguard, Warzone, Chivalry Medieval Warfare, the console versions of that. Crash Bandicoot 4 is about It's About Time, the Insane Trilogy, in Europe and North America. Crash Team Racing, yeah, I want that on cloud. Yeah. Crash Team Rumble, Cut the Rope, Triple Threat, Geometry Wars 3, Guitar Hero Live, King's Quest, Peanuts.
It's a good game.
Project Aurora, Prototype 2, Sekiro, Shiftlings, Skylanders Imaginators. Let's see what else we have. Skylanders Supercharged, Trap Team, Spyro Reignited, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1, 2, 5. Apparently not 3 and 4. I don't know.
Okay.
All right. Transformers Devastation, Velocity 2X. So all of these games are included in this license by explicitly, meaning that the likelihood of these games popping up on cloud services in the future is very high, I would argue.
Some of those games actually do own.
Yeah, and I mean, none of these games are currently in the cloud.
Yeah, Velocity 2X. It's actually a handheld game.
So yeah, I mean, some of these games might not end up in the cloud because and what was it? Call of Duty Warzone, mobile, Call of Duty Mobile. Apparently, yeah.
Why that's come to cloud? Because it's a free game.
Yeah, I think it's more of a here's a list of games that are included in this. So like the license are for these, but they're not guaranteeing they will be coming to any services. But if you find a way to play any of these games on a cloud streaming service, you are legally allowed to, if you own the game. But yeah, it is a hint of games that could be coming to cloud. I think the more for me, I'm most excited about the Crash Bandicoots coming to.
Oh yeah.
Like Crash Team Racing on xCloud or if a PC version of that is coming and bring that over to GFN as well. I'm down for that.
Oh,
it is the best cartridge. So yeah, I mean, say what like any of these games that you would like to see to come to cloud specifically? Prototype.
Oh, that would be good for cloud.
Yeah, Sekiro was on cloud with Stadia. I'm not sure it is already anymore, but it should be coming back now. Although isn't it technically distributed by the developers themselves now?
I think so.
Yeah, it's a bit unclear, but either way, we are. These games are now technically included and could be coming to cloud, which I'm excited about. To move on, Larian has some nice stats.
Ooh.
for us, which is always fun. Apparently, 1.3 million players have completed the game so far. I'm not one of them. I'll be honest and say that. I haven't had time to play it for
I'm
weeks.
not one of them either.
As much as I want to play them desperately, I haven't had time yet.
Me too.
94% of players created a custom character. In total, players have spent a combined 8,196 years in the character creator, which is insane. 1.4 million, so almost as many as people who has completed the game, has been transformed into a sentient wheel of cheese. And if you don't know that quest, yeah, you'll have fun when you get to it.
Yeah, I'm not that far yet.
It's a fun quest. So yeah, there's spoiler alert. There's a place in the game where you can turn into a sentient wheel of cheese, and apparently 1.2 million people have done so. Gale remains the most
the
played.
bleeding cheese from Skyrim.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a evolved form of it, right?
Yeah, no, it's a funny quest line. You'll know it when you see it. Gale remains one of the most played ordinary character, closely followed by Astarion. Karlach is on a squad hefty drop, and then Shadowheart, and then Will, and then Lysel. Class choices: Paladin still at number 1, Cleric at the bottom, which is apparently quite common in like any game with clerics in it. Clerics are never popular. Elves most popular, Halflings least popular in terms of races. Most popular subclasses is the Barbarian for the Berserker, apparently.
Oh, okay, Barbarian. Okay.
And the College of Lore for Bards.
Wow.
We had 2 million players have survived a dinosaur attack.
Dinosaurs? I'm really not that far.
I'm one of them. I've survived that. High Rock, Maker Chaos, and Sanchez and Rudy's. I've been. What is going on? I'm not keeping up with chat or anything.
People?
Hope you're all well. If you want to jump in the show, then just click the link. If you don't have the link, give me a ping on Discord, and I'll send it over your way. 84 million fireballs have been thrown, which is also the leading cause of eyebrow loss amongst wizards. Which
that'd be me too.
Yeah. Scratch has been pet 48.5 million times. He thinks it's great, but frankly, all he just wants is his ball back. Players have spoken to over 130 million corpses since launch. They thank you all for the conversation and apologize for the smell. Shadowheart is the most popular romantic interest, with 41.3% of all players reaching the final act of her romance arc, followed by Karlach and Lysel. And if you think that was all the stats, oh no, there's more. 14.4 million characters have been disintegrated into a pile of grey dust. Scratch is the goodest boy. That is very correct.
Very true, Miss Phoenix.
Given the option, 66% of players request that Halcyon bear all, not bear all. 1.2 million characters have been compelled to dance against their will. By Act 2, 30.4% of players have given into their illicit side and flexed their powers.
I'm getting there.
Total playtime: 452,556,984 hours. Or, if you want to put that in years, that's 51,662 years of total playtime so far. That's a lot.
Oh my god.
I mean, I love that they put out these stats. And then about 158,000 playthroughs were started in Honor Mode. And over 34,000 players have died in Honor Mode. And if you die in Honor Mode, the save is deleted.
Yep. Basically, yeah, you're screwed.
Yeah, so you start over. So that's pretty much pretty good, especially if considering it was released like a week ago. I would say that's a pretty high number. 464 parties have already completed the game in Honor Mode. So almost 500 people have the golden dice.
Well, to those that completed it, I salute you.
Yeah, Honor Mode. Yeah, it sounds impossible. I agree.
Yeah, it's a round clock that too.
And yeah, that's some good stats. I love that they
That
put
is.
out these stats. Any game developer watching this, please put out stats on social media. It is so much fun to
I
look
love looking
through
at
this.
game stats.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
player numbers is one thing, but when you start adding up like all the actions
yeah.
people do, like I loved when games do like, these choice based games where when
Hmm.
they would go like, hey, yeah, and like you did the same, like in this critical choice, you made the same choice as 28% of other people. You'd be like, what, 80% of you did that? Like,
All right.
I do love that. So yeah, Baldur's Gate is awesome. Next up, we have a new Dungeons and Dragons game in the development
Oh,
by Starbreeze, a cooperative multiplayer title to be released on all major platforms in 2026. So, this is the same studio and the same publisher as um, Payday 3,
oh,
but it's not the same development team, obviously.
okay.
So if you're a fan of, or if you're waiting for the dev team to, fix anything with Payday 3, this is not taking anything away from Payday 3. It's another team inside the same studio. So they call it Project Baxter, and it will be using the license of Dungeons and Dragons. Um,
Ooh,
so
Wizard of the Coast. Woohoo! I love Wizard of the Coast.
yeah, Wizards of the
One of
Coast
those
is the
two.
IP holder of Dungeons and Dragons, and a division of Hasbro, and they have announced that in 2026, Starbreeze will acting as both developer and publisher and release a Dungeons and Dragons themed game. Hey, Purple. Well, thank you so much for the super chat. How you doing? How are you doing, Purple?
Nice, purple.
Yeah, let's leave that up a little bit longer. Can leave that for a bit. So yeah, and apparently they're reporting that it's a uh, the game with internal coding, Project Baxter, is set in the world of Dungeons and Dragons. It will carry the signature Starbreeze game cornerstones of cooperative multiplayer, lifetime commitment through a games as a service model, community engagement, and a larger than life experience. Project Baxter will launch on all major platforms in 2026 and include crossplay. The game will be produced in Unreal Engine 5.
Unreal.
So what do you, like we that's basically all we know about it. They go on to, in very corporate speak, talk about how awesome it is to have the license and everything. They don't really say anything else about the game so far, but I'm looking forward to learning more about it. Hypothetically, what if it was like, I'm thinking a heist game, kind of like Payday 3,
Mm-hmm.
but instead of, but you said, going into a wizard bank to steal something, or doing heists in a D&D setting.
Yeah.
I as someone who has role played a tabletop RPG session, or DM'd it, which essentially was a heist thing. They were a criminal gang who was trying to work their way up the underworld of a city.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of fun. Granted, my group ended up, one of them decided to take all their money and run away with it, and leave the others in the. Like, he set fire, like when everyone slept, he locked all the doors, set fire to their headquarters, and ran off with all the money. After one of the heists. So I mean, yeah, thieves gonna thief, I guess.
Yes. Lesson learned. Trust
But it
no
was a
one.
fun adventure. But I mean, heists moves work so good in D&D. I mean, just think of the D&D movie. It's a heist
Oh
movie,
yeah.
and it's a
That's right.
great
Yeah.
one. It's just a great
That's right.
heist.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it.
With Chris Pine.
Yeah, I love that movie. It
There
was
was someone
great.
else too that was Hugh. There's someone
Hugh
else too.
Grant.
Someone else famous in that movie with
Hugh
that's
Grant.
from Harry Potter. Yeah.
Yeah, and then what's the name of
Trying to remember.
the woman who plays the barbarian? I can't remember. And then the guy from Bridgerton, season 1, he's in it as well. Like it's a great cast and a
Yeah.
great movie. Like it's surprisingly good. You expect it to be shit, and it's really funny and really good. So definitely one to check out.
That's for sure.
So yeah, looking forward to seeing what Starbreeze comes up with regarding that. Really, to be honest, I don't really know, but we'll see. Next up, we'll see if this works. Is it on the main page? No, it is not. They have this weird thing where the like piece of code that's supposed to fetch the latest blog post
Mm-hmm.
isn't really updating as it should.
Oh,
So we'll
fix
have to
that.
go through. We'll have to do a little. I could just go here. Oh God, no! They've stopped with a. No, they've stopped with with a awesome thing where you can just change the date. Hang on.
Oh,
I'll do this. I have it permalink to the blog post on my email. Just gotta.
yeah, that's who it is. Miss Phoenix, Michelle Rodriguez.
Yes, thank you. She's great. In that, like, I love her in that movie. There we go. I knew should have saved that link. So, good fortunes. The day before leads 17 games onto GeForce Now. I think it would like. I think SPG had a lot to say about this game before. Hey SPG, if you're in listening, stop lurking and get in here. You had good things you were saying about this before. When we talked earlier today, and I want like. Because I don't know much to say about the day before. I haven't really kept up with it. Or anyone else, by the way, who has anything they want to say about it, just drop in. So,
Yep. More than welcome to.
let's see here.
Damn.
Interesting. I didn't know that over 500 games now support RTX.
Oh wow.
Not all of those 500 games are on GFN. I would assume, but I mean it's a lot more. I remember when it was like 30, like,
Mm-hmm.
and to be fair, that's just like 2 years ago or something.
That's insane.
500 within 2 years. Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So take a trip to the big city and say hi to the locals. The day before is a open world horror, massively MMO. Uniquely reimagined journey of survival set in the east coast of the present day US. In a zombie apocalypse. Support for RTX on. Oh. I would love to see your opinion on it when you played it, Ray. Apparently Dr. Disrespect gave the game a 7 out of 10. Because I mean, I remember this game being quite controversial for various reasons. One of them being that it like everything pointed to it being vaporware. But it's out now, in early access to be fair, but still, it's you fight against other players and those affected by deadly virus. Survive by collecting loot, completing quests, and building houses, all on a day-night cycle. Supports RTX on and things like that. Is it something you're gonna take a look at?
Not sure.
I'm probably not, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Ray's opinion. So
Yeah.
and Ray, if you stream it, check that out when it does it. And next up we have an adventure in the clouds, Avatars of Frontiers of Pandora. This one I've actually played a little bit of, just the intro, but still. Came out today, was it? Was it yesterday?
It was.
Hang on, maybe it says in here.
Oh, maybe in Europe yesterday. Yeah, it was for Europe. It was yesterday.
Yeah, very recently. Someone posted in Rock's Discord this morning, like that it was out, and I was like, yeah, maybe I should do that on my lunch break. So I played a bit on my lunch break. Just the very intro of the game. And there's something I'm not sure if I mentioned this before the show or when we just started the show, but I'm gonna say it again if I did anyway. So I did find the whole process of the whole fact that you are like, I mean, it plays like very similar to Far Cry so far with like how it controls, and Far Cry plays like most first-person shooters.
Yes.
However, the fact that you are a Navi, which are way taller than humans,
Yes.
Especially in the intro where you're in a human location, really changed things up in ways I didn't expect. Like I felt like a giant and almost like running around. Like you had to crouch to go through a doorway, And then since I was also being chased, it was one of those like, it became stressful in a different way than a normal chase scene would be. Like I wasn't just running; I was having to crouch to slide through doorways.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, which I mean, you've done that in games before, but it's like
Yeah.
when the doors are closing in front of you. But it's like it's one thing when that happens in a game. It's another thing when you would have to crouch anyway, and then it suddenly starts closing. You just try to slide under it. Feels a bit more stressful because you're super tall.
Yes.
And also the game is beautiful. Like the environments look insane. Um,
Yeah. No. Yes. From what I've seen,
yes,
it
I
does
mean,
look beautiful.
so I mean, if it's a mix of Far Cry and Assassin's Creed
Yeah.
in an Avatar setting, while I'm not that big of a fan of Avatar, I'm down. Like it looks like it could be a fun ride.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen one friend streams. I heard someone say that it's like Doom, but without the chaos. Less chaos, anyways.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds good. And I mean, I'm feeling like lately, like I've had my Ubisoft Plus subscription for almost 2 years now, and some months like it doesn't feel very worth it. Some months there are new games releasing, but I don't have time to play them. But lately, there's been a lot of Ubisoft titles that I've been interested in. So far it's keeping its value up for me. Because
Yeah.
I mean, I would never buy this day one
And then,
otherwise.
yeah.
But being able to just jump in and try it out day one with all the DLC,
Yeah.
like Ultimate Edition, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
Um,
Why not?
yeah, and like it runs so good. So yeah, you're running away from the RDA, and yeah, looking forward to playing more of it. Then we have Ori and the Will of the Wisps, another beautiful game.
Yeah, I've never.
Have,
Yeah. What
have you
kind
played?
of game is it? What
It's
kind of
a
game?
2D platformer or 2.5D
Okay.
platformer. That is just gorgeous. Um, and with some amazing music as well. I haven't played it, but I've seen a fair bit of gameplay and listened to a bit of the music. Hang on, did Avatar look like Miss Phoenix? I can see the resemblance. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Didn't know you modeled for that, Felix. I mean, funny story. When I met my wife's family for the first time, I got to hear later that my sister-in-law had said like, oh, Bjorn, that guy, doesn't he look like a non-blue avatar?
Yes.
So apparently, so the thumbnail was a lot of fun. And
Oh, damn, Miss Phoenix. She says go kick your ass.
get in there, then, huh? You have the link. Get in here. The second time today, I make a joke like that to you. Um, but yeah, no, but Ori is a beautiful. Um, like you're playing as this little creature and trying to save the forest that you live in.
Mhm.
From some sort of sickness of it, or like
Oh,
or something like that. And I mean, it's a beautiful platformer. It gets a bit hard at times. I've heard it's
I'll
quite
take a
quite
look at that.
quite difficult. So yeah, coming to the event, and then building blocks. Let's see what
Oh,
the
oh.
magic of Lego and Fortnite collides in Epic Games Lego Fortnite, launching into the cloud today. So apparently,
uh,
Lego and Fortnite is
yeah,
now a thing.
yeah, Lego Fortnite. And I thought like it was a joke, but then I saw like, what the fuck?
No,
What?
it's Fortnite with
Yeah,
Legos.
I mean,
Why
who
not?
doesn't
I
like?
like Legos.
I,
I'm not that
I
big a fan
like.
of Fortnite.
I love Lego. I mean, I do like Fortnite, but come on.
Like I've played like three
It'd be
games of Fortnite.
interesting.
I was like, yeah, it's
I mean, it'd be interesting to try out, right?
yeah,
But
it is what it is. I didn't really like. Yeah, all right, I guess. But yeah, the full list of games being
wait,
released. Let's go through them, and let's go
I,
through them in a way that will stress people out. Oh no, the deep links aren't working on some of these. Whatever.
another
Skip
Fortnite.
the deep links where it doesn't work.
It's another Fortnite. Fortnite Festival.
Yeah, but
Yes.
no, but it's like a proper spin-off game, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's a proper spin-off game. Yeah, looking forward to it. So a couple of games were dropping this week on GFN. You have World
Was it?
War Z, um, which I mean, Left 4 Dead-ish. That's always fun.
Yeah.
There are a few of those titles by now, and I mean it's a genre that it never really gets old. It's always fun to mow down zombies together with your friends.
Oh
That
yeah.
one is in third person, if I remember correctly. Then we have Avatar: The Frontiers of Pandora, not Last Airbender, different Avatar. Um, and yeah, it's a beautiful game. Like, it really looks like in these screenshots.
Look at those beautiful shots right there.
Yeah, like,
Wow.
and I mean,
Whoa.
these environments are insane.
That is insane. Whoa.
And these are all action shots, but like, if you just walk around in the forest, like, it is quite something.
Yeah, nice to see it now. It really does play out like Far Cry.
Yeah, let's see if we can.
Okay, there's some videos.
Yeah, let's bring up a video, and I'm gonna have to mute that. It's gonna be loud as hell in my ears. So yeah, I mean, yeah, this is gameplay, and like it is beautiful. To the point where don't understand how they built this. Like, the foliage work on this is insane.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm like normally graphics alone won't get me that hyped of a game, but like I'm hyped to see how this plays out based on the graphics. But yeah, Avatar: The Frontiers of Pandora is out on GFN, the PC version. Next up, we have Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader, which is
Okay.
it's a classical RPG set in the Warhammer 40k universe.
Oh wow. Huh.
Let's see if there's something good down here. To show some gameplay, that's just animation. There we go. Yeah, so it's like
That
an
is something.
XCOM
Okay.
like
Yeah.
RPG, turn-based, 40k. Next up, we have The Day Before, early access game. It's
Okay.
$40. I mean, graphically looks very impressive. And let's see what because the reviews say overwhelmingly negative, but I'm not like it released today. It's already 4,000. Overwhelmingly negative. I'm like, is it performance that's shitty? Is it game bad, or is it just people being angry with the game because they thought it was gonna be vaporware?
Oh, looks like also kind of plays out like Days Gone.
There's not an open world MMO. There's a small area extraction shooter.
Ooh.
All the open world elements of videos were shown that have been
What?
uh,
Oh damn.
turns out it's really
It is a real
turns out
game.
it's a real game, kind of wish it wasn't.
Oh,
Damn. Yeah, exactly, Ray. Thank you. Like, I think it's like it feels like it's review bombing.
yeah. They're just shitting on it. Because they don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, and everyone is just
Yeah.
no. It's either memeing or it feels like either memeing or
Yep.
or like jokes. But also, like, I mean, if it's not review bombing and
Yeah.
people's actual opinions of the games,
Yeah.
it feels like it's gonna be like I would hate that for people who bought spend money in the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, seems like it screams review bombing. So like, take that rating into account if you want to pick it up, but also look up some proper gameplay and find
Yes.
out the truth, or
Exactly.
buy it, try it for 2 hours, then refund it. As long as you played it less than 2 hours, you can refund the game on Steam.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, that is also an option. Yeah, and then we had Lego Fortnite, which is its own.
Let's see this.
Yeah, like
I think that was streaming Lego Fortnite earlier. Oh, it's free? No way.
Yeah,
I'm actually
Lego sheep.
surprised. I'm surprised it's free because it's Lego.
Yeah,
I'm surprised. Yes, Fortnite's free,
there's a lot of in-app purchases.
but with Lego games they're not. So I'm surprised this is free. Wow.
But like, can you like this is cinematic? Like, is there a gameplay trailer?
That's crazy.
This is there we go. No, this is really cutscenes.
What the
Oh, it actually looks like.
what?
You know what? Yeah. Uh, sure.
Huh?
Sure. I'll try it. It's free, right? As
Yeah.
a GFN.
Yes, exactly.
Why not? Um, okay. I like if it's Lego Fortnite. Like, what's Fortnite about it? Is it still Fortnite, or is it just like Lego survival game where you can build like?
Yeah.
I don't
That's
understand, but I'm curious. Like, collect food, resources, craft items, build shelter, and battle enemies in solo or team of 7 friends. This sounds more like Minecraft, but with
yeah.
Legos. Like I'm confused, but also equally
Me
excited.
too.
While we're here, let's just check out the.
Okay, I got
Oh
free games right here.
the
Huh.
free games. Also, they're back to the mystery game. Keep an eye out because you never know with Epic. Sometimes they do like daily ones. So in the past years, they have done a few like daily free games.
Mhm.
So keep a lookout for that if they start to increase the cadence. So first of all, you have Gigabash. Unfortunately, I don't think this was on GFN this week. Um, this is still come on. It's a multiplayer arena brawler with kaiju.
Hmm. Oh.
Yeah, add to cart.
Yeah. Wow. Well, that's so cool.
And next up we have Predecessor,
That's
which is a Paragon Fueled fast-paced action game that combines MOBA and FPS
sure.
gameplay, putting you in heart of 3D choice to third person. All right.
Oh yeah, I've played a little bit Paragon before. Yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah, this does look kind of like it.
Yeah, Predecessor. Um, it does remind me of like I don't know why like something about this phrasing of like combining strategic choice and
Hmm.
first person control. Did you play this game way back where you had basically two different game modes? You could either be the commander or like this of your like it was a multiplayer game like two sides against each other. You were either the commander where you would like create decide build a base. You were playing an RTS game,
Um.
or you could play the as a soldier, and then you would be put
Mhm.
into the like you would basically be put into any of these units, and then you would play it as a third person action game.
Hmm.
Oh god, what was the name of that game? Because that was fun.
Yeah, I don't think I have. I didn't. I didn't know there used to be like two game modes.
Let's,
I set up. I didn't get a good look at it. I've only, like I said, I only played a little bit on PS4.
let's do Bard. Let's ask Bard. Curiosity. By the way, did you see the updated Bard or the new language model? So
No.
Google announced the new version of their language model for AI
Hmm.
called Gemini, and it's coming in three different flavors. It's
Uh,
coming in the big data center one for the enterprise. It's a pro version that's going to be in Bard or is in Bard already. If we're in the in early access, I think at least in the US and a bunch of countries, but not Europe. Same thing when Bard arrived; it took like 6 months to get here.
mhm.
And then there's Gemini Nano, which is built to run on-device tasks for Pixel phones. But it's like it's being hailed as like a leap forward in like a leap forward compared, like twice as big at least as ChatGPT 3 to ChatGPT 4. Like it's massive. Like it's outperforming its competitors in like to like scopes of like 90% better in AI tasks. But yeah, anyway, side note, Bard is getting an upgrade. Interesting to see how that will affect
Alright.
things in the future.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
But yeah, so what's the name of the game where one player plays as an RTS duel and the others are soldiers in third person on both sides? See if it can figure that out, because I'm blank on the name. No, none of those. God, it's something.
Definitely not WoW. Definitely not Dawn of War. Definitely not Hell Wars. What's crazy is they all have war in them.
It's a
No, war in the name.
prehistoric, I think. Like you would
Prehistoric.
have like having you were having like clubs and things.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, that's don't know.
Our troops. It's how historic, if I remember correctly. Let's see if we can figure it out now with some more details. Come on. Yes, Savage.
Okay.
That's the one.
Yeah, I think I've heard that game.
Ha, yes. So, if you didn't know about Savage, you're about to learn.
Alright.
What if it's still available? Yeah, it came out in 2003 and
Oh,
combined aspects of real-time strategy and first-person shooter genres. Like, it was way before its time.
man, I was little. I was just like, what? I was just like, what?
Here we go.
Basically a
Trailer.
toddler.
So, it was basically, like, I don't think it will be less blurry than this. Oh, damn it, wrong. Yeah, no. This is best. This is the
What?
best it's gonna get, because this was
Okay.
years ago. So, uh, so basically, it was such a fun concept. And I wish someone would take it up again. Um, I don't know. Is this? Did you have bees as well? Yeah.
Hmm.
One person on each team was playing a base building, Warcraft 3 type of game. The others were
Mhm.
playing a third person action game like this, or first person action game, with like prehistoric things, but also like sci-fi guns combined. And you
Huh.
were like, so like the RTS player would like recruit more troops, and then you can just take over one of those troops, go into battle, and the commander would be like set flags for you, but you could ignore them and just do whatever you
Ooh.
wanted to. And it had some MOBA aspects as well. Like this was a game that like if someone built this now, I think it would be a hit.
Yes, it would.
I mean,
And
imagine
then,
like Rome Total War, where one person is giving orders and everyone else is just playing first person male, you know, first person game where you were playing a single troop in God of, like Total War in
mhm.
Rome or something. That would be so cool. So yeah, this game was like, if you can see it, it's just blurry as shit. And apparently
Yeah,
there were monsters. I
yes, it
never
is.
got that far. And siege weapons were a thing apparently as well. Did not know that. I played a demo, I think, of it at one point, because I didn't have it. Wasn't that never? I think it wasn't even sold here. But yeah, 2003. This is how games looked. And yeah, Savage. It was a cool game, underrated.
Uh,
Well, that was a trip down memory lane. Let's take a look at the next game being released this week to GeForce Now. Agatha Christie, Murder on the Orient Express.
oh,
Um, and this is a weird one, because
Crystal might be gained on PlayStation.
yeah, I look forward to hearing
Through GameFly.
what you think about it, because it
Oh,
is. like on one hand, cool. It's a cool concept.
Yes, yes, it is.
Like I like the idea of a
Love detective games.
yeah, the detective game. On the other hand, it's such a classic story. You know who did it.
Yeah.
Like it works as a movie because it's it's the same story, sure, but it's in another take of it. But like you know who did it, so it's not gonna be hard to figure out who did it because you know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unless they do a twist of it. Um, but at the same time, kind of cool that it's here. Hey, SPG.
Yo,
If you
SPJ.
want to join, you know where the link is. Get your ass in here. Yeah, we already know who
Beat.
did it, Phoenix. Next up, we have Beast. It's a
Simple
brutal,
name.
gridless tactical RPG
Oh,
that sends players to the dark ages rife with plague and raiders. Join forces with your warband, develop your skills, and unleash your inner beast to shred through your enemies. But take heed, as your choices have consequences in and out of battle.
oh.
Very positive reviews. Um, so like almost Baldur's Gatey like combat. It
Yeah,
seems
that's
like.
what. Hey, that's what it looks like. Ooh,
Um,
that'd be a game to try out.
yeah,
Ooh.
I'm I'm not really drawn in by the setting, but the gameplay seems interesting.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, Beast, and
What would draw you in?
it's $20 ish. Are there in early
Hmm.
access? That's not too bad. Um, then we have Dungeons 4. It's on Game Pass, and it's if I remember correctly, a game. Yeah, instead of doing dungeon crawling, you're building the dungeons that adventurers crawl in, and you're trying to get them to go as like be enticed to get there, so to get to the final loot. But you also don't want them to get to the loot. You want them to die, or at least get scared and run away. One of two games with a similar theme that releases quite recently. The other one being um, Dungeon. This Nebuchadnezzar, not Nebuchadnezzar, Nehekalo or something. It's a weird name because you can never say it, but there are two games coming out very close to each other with the same style of game. But Dungeons have been around for ages. It looks kind of cool. Farming Simulator 22 PC.
My cousin loves Farming Simulator.
Yeah, and it's on Game Pass and now on GFN as well.
Hell yeah.
So Farming Simulator land parties just got easier.
Mm. Nice.
Oh yeah, the Game Awards. We'll go through the categories later, I think, and do some guessing and things. Hollow Knight Void Heart Edition. Hollow Knight is I think didn't it win Game of the Year at one point? Hollow Knight Game of the Year. Let's see, reception awards.
Oh, Hollow Knight, yeah.
It
Uh,
was nominated for Best Debut Indie Game at the Game Awards in 2017.
nice. I have a
Okay.
friend who loves Hollow Knight.
So yeah, Hollow Knight is
Loves it so
coming
much.
to GFN through Game Pass. Then we
Nice.
have Ori, the Will of the Wisps, and Ori and the Blind Forest. Ori and the Blind Forest is the first one, so this is the first game in the series. Let's bring up a video. So
Ooh.
as you can see, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I love it.
And like the story and the music is apparently also great. And this so both the first one and the second one. The first one is only $5 on Steam currently.
And I love when the background art is actually moving.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
and then you have the second one, which is even more beautiful.
So how much is this?
The second one is $30.
Holy shit.
However, if I remember correctly, Ori is also available on PC Game Pass. The Blind Forest I think already was on maybe, or it's just Steam Edition for now at least. But yeah, the Will of the Wisps you can play through Game Pass.
Okay.
And then Spirit Tea,
Spirit
which is a
Tea.
weird one because on one hand, I like it is a game that's like that interests me in a sense.
Oh,
Um, I mean, it's a like some sort of hobby mini games where you it's like I think you run a tea shop or something like that, and it's an interesting concept. But on the other hand, I did see the developer, one of the developers, or I think the studio lead or something, be having some interesting takes on content creators on social media. Yeah, it's on Game Pass, so if you want to check it out, you can.
okay.
They were saying something like complaining that like yeah, we did had this many players in the first opening weekend, despite no one, not a single piece of coverage on you on by streamers or content creators. And I was like, well, apparently all the big ones said no, but like there are hundreds of small ones that have gotten keys that are covering the game right now, and they're just ignoring them
Hmm.
and pretending like they didn't exist and hadn't done any promotions for the game. Um, so yeah, weird one. Yeah, and then let's see, what's there anything fun over Boost? Like cloud gaming in general. I think yeah, Boost Road added Smite, Paladins, and some other games. Um, was there anything else this week? Hey, didn't I? I mean, GTA 6 trailer is out. What did you think, Reaver? Oh, maybe you're uh, taking a phone call or something. My take on GTA 6, it looks like more GTA, and if you like GTA, awesome for you. It looks a lot better than the last one. I don't care for GTA whatsoever, so I'm not like I watched it. The trailer was like, will this win me over? No, I'm not hyped at all. So yeah, that's just my take on GTA. Let's see here. GamesIndustry.biz, one of my favorite websites for doing this show when I'm actually planning things ahead of time, which I didn't have time for today. And let's look on news. So every week I sit like 30 minutes before the show. I sit down and scroll through this list and find interesting stories because this is this is a news site for the industry, and they're great. Yes, Death Door is great. It's on Netflix Games now, and it's great. It's really cool isometric action game. Played a little bit of it on my phone, and I like it. Let's see here. Anything else interesting happening in the some studio closures? Nintendo Live Tokyo cancelled the threat on staff. Oh, that sucks. Sony will reportedly take over Bungie if it doesn't meet for them. Okay, so if the next Destiny doesn't meet the financial targets, Sony suits will go in and take over and kick out management. Hopefully they can avoid that because that's never good for morale in general. And apparently the FTC is now trying to block the deal, the Activision deal, even though it's already happened. All right. GameStop posts lower sales. Yeah. Anything else here? But GTA 6.
I'm back.
There we go. So GTA 6. River, GTA 6. Is this a game that you care for at all? Are you hyped?
Um,
Because I don't care for it at all. I've never enjoyed the storyline or the game characters of the gameplay of previous GTA titles, and I've tried, but it's not for me. And since I don't like any of those things, I don't care about this 6 one either at all. Sure, it looked like the trailer graphically looks good, but it wasn't mind blowing. It was just looking really good,
yeah,
and like yeah, it's more of the same, I guess, which is great if you
yeah,
like GTA, but I
pretty
don't,
much.
so I don't care.
Pretty much how it is for every GTA except for the first two.
Yeah. So then, yeah, both of us
Not the same
then
one.
don't really care for it then, I guess.
Yeah, me neither.
But yeah, for the PC people, or the cloud gaming people, to be honest, as well, most likely. Seems like seems like it's only coming to consoles initially, which also happened to do with GTA 5. Took like a year or two to release on PC, which sucks. But apparently that's how they want to do it. Let's see here. What else? Yeah, and the trailer revealed reached over 100 million views in less than
Yeah,
24
saw
hours,
that.
which is insane. Y'all are crazy about this game.
Yeah, that's also
Anything?
about Twitch Season 2 operate in South Korea. I saw that.
Yeah, that's also big.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I think there's like the main stories probably will come tonight. But there was this thing.
It,
Day of the Devs
hmm.
happened, and this thing happened during the Summer Games Fest, and previously happened in on the side of E3 as a indie game thing, where I am 8-bit and Double Fine were the creators behind this event, and it's since expanded, and there was a Game Awards edition of this event being streamed. Or rather, there are two events. So if you're in the LA area, over in Hollywood, they have a free event where you can come and try out a bunch of indie games and grab a
Cool.
snack and talk to developers. If you're not
Right,
in
that's
the
for you.
yeah, so if you go to to dayofthedevs.com and then head over to events, there's the Game Awards edition digital showcase, which happened last night during the last night. That's already been aired. I've skimmed through it a bit. Basically, a bunch of trailers for some weird and wonderful indie games. And when I say weird and wonderful, I really mean it. Like there was one game where you're playing. It's a first-person game where you're trying to escape a city in a
Hmm.
Kafkaesque world, where you're a civilian who's been accused by the police and are just trying to escape the city. While there's also like this massive, like giant of a policeman just sits next to this on the horizon, just watches over you like a super weird. But then he's like, if you then disturb his sleep during the night, he will then fall asleep during the day, letting you opening up ways to escape him. And it was weird, man, but also interesting. And that's what I love about this. Like all most games on that in this showcase is weird and interesting and innovative. But yeah, so the in-person event is on December 8th between 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. Pacific time. And yeah, let's just and a time-honored tradition in the San Francisco indie game scene. Day of the Devs travels to Los Angeles for the 2023 in-person celebration of the Game Awards edition. They began in 2012 as a collaboration between Double Fine and I Am 8-Bit with the goal of shining a spotlight on great indie games, and since then they've showcased over 600 games, both through in-person and online events. Their last physical event brought together more than 80 inspiring indie games developers to celebrate, and thousands of fans, great music, and loads of awesome treats and surprises. All free with no cost to either developers or attendees. AK, it's completely, absolutely, positively free to attend. We
Wow.
just ask that you please RSVP. So,
Okay, yeah.
City Market Social
That,
House, downtown Los Angeles,
that's very generous.
1145 San Pedro Street, Los Angeles. Tomorrow, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Ray,
Okay.
get there, get some footage, make a video about it. Come on, man.
Man, if I
Uh,
lived in LA, yeah, I'd be
oh,
down to
I like if I lived in
visit
LA,
that.
I would be like, I'm sorry, honey, you gotta take the kids. I'm going to this
Yeah.
thing. Um,
Sorry.
I'm not gonna fly to LA for it though.
I'd be like,
It's
sorry,
a bit
Crystal.
too late and a bit too expensive. But yeah, free event in LA. So congrats, LA people. Just go to this website, click get your tickets here, and then you're good to go. As for the online event, they did showcase a lot of games.
Oh my God, SPG.
Well,
Well then.
Apparently that happened. Um,
Yes.
I mean, just to give you an idea of the type of games that they showed off on the previous editions. Apparently, they've done it 3 times this year already. So on the around GDC, they had one of these events, and they showed off games like Planet of Lana, Chia, Sea of
Yes.
Stars, Goodbye Volcano High. Games that like some of
Yeah.
these games have been nominated for best indie game of the year.
Yeah, two actually. I saw two of them are what
Yeah,
is
and then
it
we have
Cheetah and Sea of Stars. Those were good games.
yeah, and then you had during Summer Game Fest they showed off games like Cocoon, nominated for a bunch of things I think tonight. Um, Hyperlight Breaker, great, very well. So a game that people really looking forward to, and then Viewfinder, which I think we've talked
Yeah,
about on this show several times. Being like, what is this
yeah,
thing? This looks
yeah.
amazing.
I remember that. That was
All games
that
for
was
I think initially showcased at this event, or like very early on at least showcased on this event. And then they had a bit summoned version as well with some games to be showed off
oh,
as well. And they had one just recently. The during
oh,
it's like it's still listed as an upcoming event, or even though it happened
oh.
already happened. So yeah, Day of the Devs,
It
check it
did.
out for
Yeah, yesterday.
sure.
Oh, yeah, that was yesterday. Okay.
Let's see, isn't it time for PlayStation Plus announcements, or is that next week?
Ooh,
No, it's next week. Although you can now
okay.
claim, we probably have been able to for a while, 2K Drive, Power Simulator, and Sable. Should be claimable and downloadable if you have PlayStation Plus. More games
Sable.
coming next week.
I've seen gameplay Sable. That looked. It was so beautiful.
Sable is amazing, and I've
It was
heard good
so.
things
I'm
about
happy.
2K.
So I'm happy it's free PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, and I've heard really good things about Lego 2K Drive, and
Yeah.
the idea of a kart race where you can build your own stuff with Lego. Yeah, I'm down. And Power Simulator is a game that will divide people, as we learned last week.
Yes, it will.
Um,
We know and you should know who you are.
and if you want to defend yourself and complain about it, you know the link.
Yep, you're more than welcome. Come on here.
Um, yeah, yes, the review over the weekend, Phoenix. Like
Yes, please.
it's apparently very, very cathartic to just sit and play. Like just relaxing in a sense. And like I've caught my wife watching Power Wash like clips on TikTok, like not from the game, but from like people doing it, using it in real life. Just being like, "Oh, look at this! It's so satisfactory." Like, well, you could just play the game and do it yourself.
So satisfactory. Hmm. That sounds kind of sus. You should know what I'm hinting at.
Right, let's see here. Let's go with.
I'm sorry.
Alright. I'm gonna skip over the esports sections because I don't really know anything about esports.
Yeah, me
Um,
neither.
so let's do it. Content creator of the year. Let's see. Do we know any of these? Like
Let's see.
I've never heard of any of these.
No.
Yeah, I have voted, but I think I skipped this category because I didn't know any of them.
What? Must be on Twitch or something, because
I
yeah,
guess
I never heard
I
any of
think
them.
I've heard about this name. I've never seen it content by them. Um, but yeah, content creator of the year. Obviously, you get like so. Hang on, before we dive into this, and before someone comments something about like someone being snubbed or anything, let's go into the FAQ.
Okay.
Because in here is a thing that people should be reading and never do.
Yeah, I know
Because
that.
like the way the Game Award works, apparently that didn't work. So the way the Game Award works,
Uh-oh.
and most people don't like. It's actually pretty straightforward. Um, did it go down? Like, is there a website crash
Oh,
or something?
I have no idea. That's
Uh,
unfortunate. Hmm.
all right, let's do this in the meantime then.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see
Hmm.
here. Here are some fun stats.
Okay.
While we wait for things to give them some time to fix things on there. So the Game Awards has been going on for a couple of years now.
Right.
Here are
Oh,
the number of live stream viewers of the Game World Award show worldwide. From 2014, they had 1.9 million people watching. In the next year, 2.3. Year after that, 3.8. 11.5.
that's a big jump. And then that.
26.6 million in 2018.
Oh,
45 million in 2019. 83 million in 2020. To be fair, that's when they started showing it in China as well.
yes.
85 million. And then last year, 103 million people tuned in to watch it live. So, and if you compare this to the Oscars,
That's insane.
compare this to the Oscar viewership, like at its peak
Oh, wow.
20 years ago, 46 million people.
Wow.
Like in 2022, the Oscars were watched by 16.62 million people. Last year, the Game Awards was viewed by over 100 million people live. That's how big the Game Awards is. So when Josef Fares was standing on that stage saying "fuck the Oscars," he was
Yeah.
right. He
Yeah.
had a point.
Exactly.
And like, yeah. Um,
Say no,
and
the Oscars awards is gone.
I'm just assuming that you all know what, like, about that thing I'm talking about. But I'm gonna bring it up if in case you didn't. I'm gonna have to reshare this because we want this with audio. So, hang on. Give me one moment. Edge tab. We want to share. Which tab is it? Let's see. So basically, in 5 years ago, this happened.
Now I'm here with Josef Fares from Hazelight. Joseph,
It's lagging a bit now. Hold on.
Oh, forget.
you were at the first Game Awards back
What? Why did it start lagging?
2014, announcing something named Codename Hazelight. Now we know it's A Way Out. It's coming out next year. So how does it feel to be back at the Game Awards? It's 4 years later.
Look at me, man. How do I look? It's like, I'm telling you this, okay. There are like passionate people, there are crazy people, and there is me.
To be fair, he's not wrong. Like the level of people, like, you could classify people as normal people, passionate people, crazy people, and then Josef Fares.
Yeah.
Like as a Swedish person who's seen him, like, go through his career, because he's also Swedish and he's been in the public eye for quite a while. First because he made movies. He has been Oscar nominated for one of his movies.
Wow.
Like it was for a movie that was basically based on his own childhood. It's a movie about a kid who has to leave Lebanon and flees to Sweden, and then the experience of doing that and being in Sweden. Got Oscar nominated for it, didn't win, but still nominated. He's made some really funny comedy movies in Swedish. And he involves his family a lot. His brother is a big actor these days, but he's been casting him since forever. His dad has even been in one of his movies as well. They're all characters. So I mean, and then he's always been also one of those people. Like, so he was the filmmaker that then was on video game podcasts and TV shows talking about video games every now and then. And then he made Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons together with some students from
that was a great game.
yeah, and it was like a student project that was made together with Starbreeze Studios, I think it was the Payday guys.
Oh.
So like, but it was like some interns there together with some students, and then him, and then some like senior mentors from Starbreeze. Starbreeze published it, and it was a massive hit. And it was like, all right, I guess I'm doing this now, which I actually like better because he's all about the storytelling. So then he made A Way Out and showed off A Way Out here, and people were like there were so many comments. I think if you scroll down, it was still being people like. Yeah, and 4 years later he won a game there. But like a drug guy does better damage control than EA. No, he wasn't drugged. This is just him. Like people thought he was drugged. People thought he was high. No, this is just how he is. Like this is just the type of person he is. Trust me. Like
I'm so passionate to be here. I'm so excited to be and meeting these industry people. It's crazy, man. Like, look, this is kind of insane. Like we're here, we're serving this. Look, the Oscars should fuck themselves up. This is the shit. I'm telling you. This is the real shit. What is this? The interactive gaming. Look, I'm just saying this. Let me tell. Sorry, I'm taking. Let me just give me a minute. I want to take your time. Look. Okay. Can you swear here? Can you swear? Okay. Fuck the Oscars. You know.
Yeah. Live on air to like 80 million people. And yeah, that's the kind of guy he is. A Way Out. This was as part of this promotional tour for A Way Out, and then the game after Way Out. It Takes Two, one game of the fucking year.
Wow.
He said "fuck the Oscars" on air in front of millions of people and made a name for himself doing that. But to me, he's still the guy who makes the comedy movies here. Like. So yeah, it's Josef Fares is such a cool character, and I mean his brother is a Swedish Lebanese actor. You may have seen in some things. Let's just quickly take a look at his IMDb page, just because this is a side tangent. I'm sorry, it's just I can't help myself.
Hello.
Big Reader. Going back to the
screen.
original share. There we go. So Fares, known for among other things playing the Dark One or Ishamael in the Wheel of Time, playing voices in It Takes Two, playing the Leo in A Way Out, because to quote Josef Fares, I cast my brother as one of the main characters because he's my brother, he's free.
Yes. Oh, he's in. Let's see. Chernobyl.
I mean, he's Chernobyl, Westworld. He's in Rogue One, Senator Vaspar.
Oh man, that's the Rogue One. I didn't even notice.
And he's been in a lot of things.
Wow.
But then if you go down a bit, now you arrive at the Swedish things, and then like So is one of Josef Fares' movies. I think that's the one that got Oscar nominated. I think even. And here Cops and Yalla Yalla. These are like. So this is the movie that, if I remember correctly, was Oscar nominated. Like. And it's basically like a Lebanese boy gets separated from his family during the Civil War and ends up in Sweden. By Josef Fares. But then you have like things. Cops. When a small town police station is threatened by shutting down because it's too little crime, the police realize that something must be done. So the police starts doing crime to avoid getting shut down. It's a comedy movie with police doing crime to make sure that the police station isn't shut down because there's too little crime. It's brilliant. And then Yalla Yalla is exactly, and then Yalla Yalla is Roro, a foreign worker in Swedish parks. Loves his girlfriend and wants to marry her, but he's about to marry another girl to prevent her from being sent back to his homeland, Lebanon. Meanwhile, Roro's best friend Mons is having serious problems with getting an erection. Yeah,
okay.
That's an explanation of that movie, and it's pretty active.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, that's the kind of movies he made before he started making video games.
Slim
And now
Susie.
he's made the game of the year.
That's a song called Slim Susie.
Yeah.
Dude with his pants down.
Apparently, I can't get the FAQ of the Game Awards up, so I'll just have to do it manually. So basically, the way it works is there's a jury of something like what is it? Or maybe it's in the about section of something like 135 media outlets globally. There's outlets in like everything from South Africa to South Korea to China to Sweden, Norway, Finland, the U.S., Canada, Brazil, all over the world. These outlets then are then given all of these categories. So we're talking all of these categories except for the esports ones and the where is it? Innovation in accessibility. Those are only for accessibility specialists and for esports specialists. Every other category, these 130 media outlets are presented with, and I'm being asked take everyone in the company fills in 5 nominees each.
Okay.
For each of these categories, 5 nominees for each of these categories. You then aggregate that into one single file with the most votes for best game direction, the most the 5 games with the most nominations within the company, and it could be a company of 20 people or a company of 100 people. So the best game direction. Here are the criterias. Come up with individually with your 5 nominees. We'll take that list of 20 nominees and see which 5 had the most votes. Those are the 5 that we as an outlet put forward. Everyone does this, and then they take then they do the same thing. These 135 sets of 5 nominations, which are the 5 most nominated in this list, those are the official nominees. That's how it's done. And then when it comes to voting, that same jury then goes back and votes in the same way, but this time only on the actual nominees. And then and that accounts for some percentage. I was trying to find what the exact percentage. It doesn't say. It says in the FAQ. I can't get it to load. But some percentage of that is being the jury, and the rest, but the majority is the public. It's a split of 45% jury votes, and the rest is public or something like that. Except for Game of the Year and Most Anticipated. I think those are 100% public. So that's how it's done. So if you feel I feel that Stray Gods was snubbed out of Best Music, well, probably most of the outlets out there never played it. They didn't even know it existed or something. So it all comes down to a popularity contest at the end of the day.
There was an all-star cast to that game too.
Yeah, and I mean the game is great, and it's just the way that the Game Awards works is that the games that are the most well known is going to end up on these lists. Because if you gotta keep in mind, these are sent out to everyone in the company.
Mm-hmm.
The web developer who creates the back end for IGN also votes. And let's assume they play 3 games a year. They've heard their colleagues talk about Baldur's Gate, so they know that is out this year. They probably maybe they only played Fortnite the entire year, but they've heard about I've heard about these games and that they're great in great narratives. So I'll put them forward. So of course it's going to be popularity contest when you aggregate it like that, but it is also the best way to show you to display which games were the most popular globally, without any bias at all into it, because it is such wide. Sure, it's media outlets, but you can't I saw someone complain that Hogwarts didn't get nominated. Maybe that's because of the controversies around J.K. Rowling. But do the South Koreans or the Chinese or the South Africans or the Brazilians, do they care about the politics behind around J.K. Rowling?
No, they don't give a shit.
No, and so the majority, like at least half of them, didn't care about it. Like didn't even know about that controversy or didn't care about it. And the other half maybe didn't put it on there for like there might be one of them, like a few people in these companies that didn't put it on for that reason. But that's not why it didn't get nominated. It didn't get nominated because it just didn't have enough votes from all of these outlets. So that's something to keep in mind. If you do care about which games were like moving the industry forward the most, for example, like maybe you care about like what do other video game developers think, or like people who have actually who works in the industry, who knows games, who works with games for a living, either a certain outlet or as a developer or like a big name within games. If you want to care about that and what they think about the games, and they've actually played the games, you should look at the BAFTAs. Because in the BAFTAs, you have you're giving a list of 50 nominees for this category. Like you're selected as a jury member for a single category. You're given codes to 50 or something even more games, and then you need to play them for a significant amount of time. So you then know what you're saying, and then you have meetings where you sit down and talk about the games you played and what do you think about them, and then you vote for the nominees out of those games. And how to get on that list is basically you have to apply to be like, I want to put my game forward for the BAFTAs. So that's so the BAFTAs will tell you the industry, like what the industry thinks is the game of the year, for example. And then there's obviously the golden joysticks. There's a bunch of different ones. If you don't agree with how the Game Awards does it, then yeah, I guess that's fine. It's just one way to do it, out of many. Anyways. When's the BAFTA Game Awards? I think it's in February. Yeah, so it's gonna be a while before we see the BAFTAs. I would say the BAFTAs is the second most, the second biggest one probably. But they have categories in all kinds of categories. One of them being the game for games. So the currently active categories they have. The BAFTA for video game animation, artistic achievement, audio achievement, best British game, best debut game, public audience voted game of the year, evolving game, family game, best family game. That's not the BAFTA fellowship, which is some sporadic thing. The games beyond entertainment, game design, multiplayer, music, narrative, original property. Performing in a leading role, in a supporting role, special awards sporadically, technical achievement, and young gaming designers, 5 per year. This is very different in what's winning. So
wow.
And if we look at last year's best game, so the best game last year, or 2 years ago, the best game was Game of the Year, Returnal. Was one best game.
Oh wow.
It Takes Two won best multiplayer and best an original property, but it didn't win Game of the Year like it did at the Game Awards. And Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart won animation at the BAFTAs. Last year you had best game Vampire Survivors, and honestly, yeah, it's a great game. Which, by the way, announced a Among Us themed DLC today.
For Vampire Survivors?
Yeah, I just realized. Hang on.
What? I just gotta see. Yeah, you definitely gotta see this.
Yeah, so Vampire Survivors announced an Among Us crossover with new DLC. Yeah, there's a trailer. Let's
Emergency meeting.
So no audio on this trailer for you guys, but ads, yeah. And that's reloading. IGN, what are you doing? Don't send me to the Nordic page. I just want to watch the bloody trailer. And the ads restarts. Come on, IGN, you suck. Let's just there we go. I can skip ad now. So first we have this animation, and then all right, yeah, sure. This is apparently Vampire Survivors. Yeah, that's the garlic being thrown. Or maybe this is a clip from the upcoming animated. Huh? Nani?
What? What the?
Yeah.
Fuck.
That meeting.
Excuse me. What?
And then a bunch of enemies, and then yeah, we're now on, and there's a new map coming, which is the like the planet map from Among Us, but in Vampire Survivors, and there's a bunch of new weapons and a bunch of new characters you can play as, all from Among Us. It's trippy as hell.
It is.
So an FAQ on the website. Let's head over there to find out more.
Is
So, what is a Vampire Survivors emergency meeting? I had completely. I read about this earlier today, and I completely forgot about it, but they existed when I was prepped the show. So, it's a latest DLC featuring a brand new set of crewmates, weapons, and power ups, and a stage inspired by the imposter hunting hit Among Us. How does it work? Well, it follows the footsteps of the first two DLC. You can expect classic Vampire Survivors gameplay with new weapons, characters, music, and some surprises, and new mechanics all wrapped up in an Among Us-inspired chaos. If you've played Among Us, you will see a ton of references and elements from the game, but you don't need to know Among Us to dive into the DLC. It arrives on Steam and Xbox on December 18th, and mobile and Switch versions are coming soon.
Okay.
It will be coming to all platforms that has Vampire Survivors. The DLC will cost $2 or $2.50,
Okay.
or $2.50 or two pounds, which is the same as the early ones. And then something about like licensed collab DLCs will be more expensive than other DLCs. And they're also trying to find cheeky and try to be cheeky and find ways to make certain collabs to be available for free. Fingers crossed we managed to get there. So what's in the DLC? You'll get 9 characters, 15 weapons, 1 stage, 20 in-game unlocks, and the ability to see the future and an adventure. One of those answers is an imposter. I vote for the ability to see the future. I don't think I think that's an imposter feature of the DLC. Can you play local co-op? Yes, you can.
Oh.
So local co-op is already a thing, and it will be a thing in the DLC as well. And some of the characters you'll play as in the emergency meeting may work extremely well together. However, some may be a challenge to play with, but that's all part of being cooperative, right? No new achievements.
Okay.
There are in-game achievements though, but no Xbox or Steam achievements.
Okay.
And then it's about, and then there's a long proper answer about why no actual achievements. This like, how does it work? Space? No realm or plane or reality is off limits in the universe of Vampire Survivors. So for this one, we're off to the Polis replica. How did the cast of Vampire Survivors get there? That's not the question, but we can assure that the gravity is fine. Nobody will float off, and the prefab structures are completely safe. We can't make any promises to prevent sabotage or suspect things during gameplay, however. So 15 new weapons are in Vampire Survivors. 7 of these are base weapons, and 7 are evolutions, and 1 is just for fun. The evolution method for these 7s are different to the usual methods, but they don't want to spoil how you upgrade them. You gotta figure that out yourself. 9 new characters, each with different variations of fan favorite beings from Among Us, each with their own starting benefit, or in some cases, hindrance. I read somewhere what that actually means, but I'll spoil it. And then 1 big map, Polis replica, and the hand-created with great detail inspired by the map Polis from Among Us. We make sure to keep an eye out for little secrets we may have added to. The map is split into biomes per our previous DLCs, with each biome being home to specific sets of enemies and maybe even a few secrets. Are there secrets in Vampire Survivors? Emergency meeting? Nope. Yes, it is. Will it come with a fresh adventure? Yes. Are there music tracks? Yes.
Ooh.
6 new tracks of music. And they will be available freely to everyone. How to unlock it? You buy the DLC, and then you have to simply select it in stage selection. And then how did this even happen? Well, we were friends with them, had a chat, and then hey, maybe we can do something together. A bunch of paperworks, and there we go, have it. Any vampires in it? Huh?
Oh no.
I love Vampire Survivors. It's brilliant. So that was a fun sidetrack. We're sidetracked on the sidetracks. Come on. What am I doing? Yeah. So as I was saying, the BAFTAs have different categories, different way of doing things. But if you care, but like if you want to know which games were like the best, if you can be non-subjective about that, this is probably the closest you're gonna get. But yeah, so content creator of the year, we don't know, we don't care. Moving on to most anticipated game. And which game out of these are you looking forward to the most for next year?
I think Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand why. I think that's probably gonna win the category. To me, I don't really play Final Fantasy games. I haven't played Hades 1 yet. I'm not a big fan of like a Dragon or Tekken, so Star Wars Outlaws, I guess.
I played a bit of Yakuza before. Was it Yakuza 4, I believe?
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Like, I know Matthias is very excited about Like a Dragon. It's his favorite franchise. Hades 1 was apparently great. I love the concept of it. Amelia Tyler, the narrator from Baldur's Gate, is voicing something in Hades 2.
Oh.
So for that reason, I'm interested in checking it out. But Star Wars Outlaws is probably one for me. What I think will win though is Final Fantasy. So next category. God, this page is so slow right now.
Yeah, I do like Star Wars. I do like Tekken.
And we broke.
Yep, and there goes the damn error again.
Yeah. All right. I guess we're not gonna dive into the categories. Well, we can answer Phoenix's question from earlier. Let's bring that up. And I agree. Enet has some good power supplies. SPG. I'm looking to buy one of them. That's probably why I'm seeing ads for it. I don't have the money for it though. So.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Game Awards. And look at this. IGN, they're live with this pre-show.
Wow.
Moise is live with it. GameSpot, IGN again. Then we have the Day of the Devs.
Oh, I see it's going to start at 7 o'clock.
So yeah, and then you have this one starting in
on the
95 minutes from now, and then it will be probably another 20-30 minutes before it actually starts. How long it's gonna be? Well, let's see if it says.
That's a good question.
It does not say. But I suspect about 3 hours-ish, maybe? 2 hours, 3 hours? Usually 3 hours, 3.5 maybe with ads.
Wow.
But yeah, so viewer numbers of this is massive. The Game Awards is the big, like, I think BG3 will win, do a sweep of wins. It won't win every category that it's in, but most of them. I think Breath of the Wild will take a few. Or no, Tears of the Kingdom. And let's see what else. What's the other big one that everyone's talking about? Alan Wake might sneak in one or two. I agree, Phoenix. It is. Neil, come on, man. Does it make you fall asleep? I need to talk and edit with that's feedback. And yes, but yeah, I agree that it's in considered to us or Europeans to have it that late. To be fair, last year we had a pretty good time. It was airing at a time when I was fell asleep to web streaming. You guys are comedy gold.
His voice is very soothing.
Thank you, Neil. But yeah, no, I think last year they or 2 years ago when it launched for the first time
Also,
they were.
hey, Bjorn, Chris says your voice is soothing.
Yeah, man. I've heard so before. I don't find it soothing, but then again, it is my voice, so I guess that's why. Um, but yeah, no. I would say I think 2 years ago when they started showing it in China, they put it on a time that was good for the Chinese audience, which makes sense.
Yeah.
That led to it being like midday for us in Europe and being a shit time for you Americans. Last year, it was a good time for us Europeans, a decent time for Americans, and a shit time for Asia. And this year, it's a good time for America, a decent time for Asia, and a shit time for Europe. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is, it's our turn. Like it's fair. Do I wish it was a good, like a better time? Yeah, but no. We're not. It's a really bad time slot for us this year, and I get it. I hate it, but also, and especially because there was this Lurk It campaign where, like, there's apparently an announcement that's gonna happen, and they were trying to make this thing about like if you're gonna co-stream it, you can sign up for this quest, and they would pay you money, like I don't know how much, but like what the budget was, but I would assume if you asked for like $20, you could probably get $20 for doing it, and then you would have, like it was like put this stream overlay on, stream the Game Awards, and then a few minutes before the announcement comes, like there will be like some sort of hype thing in the overlay, and then just react to the announcement. But you had to do it live, and I'm not gonna stay up all night to watch the Game Awards. Like I have a life that I need to live. Sometimes, unfortunately. So, like, there's a day tomorrow. I need to take my son to school right about like a few hours after the show is over. So it's not gonna happen. But no, it's gonna be a great show. I'm sure it's gonna be a bunch of trailers. It's gonna be a bunch of announcements. I would assume, like, how many awards do you think will be a shock with who wins it? Out of the like 30 something awards they have, like how many shocks do you think they will get? 5?
Yeah, at least 5.
Let's go with. You think it will be as many as 10 though?
No.
No, let's go with 5. So yeah. 5. So probably 5 awards out of the 30-ish where we'll be like, what, that one really? And the rest will probably be like, yeah, we assume that would be BG3, or we assume that would be Zelda or Spider-Man.
BG3 is already a given, obviously.
Yeah, I mean,
it's already a given, so no surprise there.
Yeah, I mean, I see someone in chat in the Game Awards chat being like BG3, a bunch of arrows, Alan Wake, a bunch of arrows, like super many arrows, and then the rest. And like, yeah, I can see that being the opinion of people.
Greater than the rest. Yes.
So yeah, I think it will be a fun show, and I'm looking forward to watching it after the fact.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I'm not gonna watch it live. Let's see. Anything else we want to cover? I don't think there's been that much else going on.
Yeah.
Christmas is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So, right. So, Reaver, since you're here, what's on your Christmas wish list? Any game related things that you were like, they hope to find in your stockings? Crystal's taking notes.
Oh, no, for one, God of War Ragnarok, because I actually did get it with my PS5 when I got last Christmas, but I lost the voucher code.
Oh no!
Yes, I didn't even use it.
Dang it!
Yeah, I'm like, shit.
Yeah, maybe it will.
Also, Disney Valley Ripped in Time.
Oh, I want that so bad.
Crystal wants it. Crystal wants it so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, I think it's probably... Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Also a new phone.
Warm recommendation. The Google Pixel 8. I love it.
Because see this right here. See, I'm watching. See, I watch Rock Players, but this is like 4 years old. Oh, show you better look. There you go. This thing is 4 years old.
Yeah, no, go with the new Pixel.
And this got partial. The screen has a partial tear on it now.
Yeah, but yeah, I understand why. It's an Apple phone.
Yeah.
They're not built to last. They suck. I may have some sort of resentment against Apple in general from having too many bad experiences with Apple products over the years. And let's just put it this way: once you go Pixel, you never go back.
Oh.
That's funny because CJ got a Pixel and now he's on Apple.
Get that, Bjorn.
You gotta get yourself a new Pixel then. And SPG, you need I know what brand you use. You need a new phone because that brand, not only is your phone old, it's also a brand that is known to make shitty things. You should get a new phone, man.
Please.
Yeah, no, I'm loving the Pixel 8. Also, fun fact: the Pixel 8 with the official Pixel case on fits in my Razer Kishi. With the case on, for real, hang on. This I brought it to work this morning earlier today, so it's in my bag right back here. So.
Well, Neil and SPG. Oh wow.
Fits.
Backbone. No way.
The Razer Kishi V2.
Nice.
Fits perfectly, on the with the case still on.
That's
because with the old Pixel 6, I had this D brand case.
Okay, it's a competitor's backbone. Okay.
So I used to have this D brand case from a Pixel 6, and I would have to take it out of the case just whenever I wanted to use the Kishi. With this, I don't have to, and it's just so nice because it's still protected. And it plays great. Yeah, so basically the Razer Kishi 2, I haven't used a backbone, but the Kishi 2 has this expandable slide. It slides out like this on the plastic slide, making it. I wish it was a bit more compact when you had it nothing in it, but these buttons feel and these the bumper buttons and the macro buttons that are programmable that's on here. They all feel like the clicks of a Razer gaming mouse, and they have decent decent thumbsticks that remind you it's like the Switch, but it's a little bit more high quality than the Switch, and they have quite nice triggers with good distance. A bit clicky. The D-pad is fine. A bit the menu buttons are a bit clicky. And I've programmed so these. So if you look here, I don't know if you see it on the camera. It's a bit too small, maybe. So next to the trigger, you have this.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
This third button.
Yeah,
this is programmable. So I've actually mapped that one to be instead of pushing down the stick, I could in theory just push that button. Because I've mapped it to be pushing down the stick. I love mine, but it's I haven't tried the backbone. Apparently, the backbone is even better according to some. But I mean, again, I have not tried it, so I wouldn't be able to confirm or deny that. But I think if you have GeForce Now, you can get a backbone at 30% off. Currently, in some regions at least, or maybe it's worldwide. I don't know. But yeah, if you're in the market for that, if you want to be able to play on the, because I mostly use this when I'm either don't want to hog the TV or when I want to play on the go at work or something, like lunch breaks. Every single time I'm in the office, I bring this one, and then on my lunch break I can just.
Nice.
Whatever you do, don't try the front bone. Thank you, sir. Sound advice. Yeah, sound advice.
That's with the dad jokes.
Exactly. But mate, where you? Do you have anything planned for this week? Any streams you're gonna do that you wanna
On
shout out?
Saturday, plan on doing some more BG3 with the SPG and Ray and David.
Next question.
Yes. Hopefully on YouTube. I don't know. It's gonna be under Crobat Reaver. It's on my third channel.
Nice. Any other content planned, or is it just whatever
Um,
pops into your mind?
um. Well, here's this gonna be first. Hopefully, be planning on doing a food review.
Ooh, food review is nice.
Yes. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
And go get Crystal a shout out too, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure, of course.
Yeah, you'll find Crystal on YouTube at C Surrett. She'll be streaming Lizard Dread Valley content, and you can also find on Twitch at CCC2422. That's where she'll be streaming at from
Nice.
now on.
Yeah. I should make some content on Teardown. Because I got a key for that that I wouldn't, and
Nice.
I've been meaning to take a look at it, so figured I should do two birds in one stone and try check it out properly. Same with Gangs of Sherwood. Gonna give that a proper look as well, because it was one of those, like, I didn't expect to get a key because they were like, yeah, we were looking for people with an average of 1,500 views per video, and I'm like, yeah, I have an average of like 400 views per video, and dropping currently because the latest few didn't do so well. And it's like, yeah, I'll apply, but I would get it. And then I got one. I was like, all right, sure, fine,
Nice.
awesome. So yeah, I'm looking forward to trying that out because I'm interested by the concept of it's like. One, like, you play on your own and up to 4 players and do like Robin Hood heists.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, looking forward to trying that. Unfortunately, they ran out of Steam codes the minute I got my key, so I couldn't get a Steam code. But I got it for the PS5, and also same thing with Teardown, which is also on PS Plus. So technically, that was a bit of like, yeah, I guess I got it. I think I got the DLC for free from that. But yeah, gonna check out those 2 games at some point. Don't know when. Other than that, I'm really hoping we do Dragonbane on Tuesday. I've had to cancel last week because I felt I didn't have time. It was too much, and then this week I was running on 3.5 hours of sleep that day, and I figured I'm not really in a position to run a 2-hour DM session when I feel at that point. No, not Gangs of Sherwood. Gangs of Sherwood. Although some sherbet would be, I wouldn't say no to that. It's kind of nice.
Yeah. Who wouldn't?
Yeah, well, I think we have some mango sherbet in the freezer. Maybe I should dig some up. Oh man, it's already 43,000 people waiting for the Game Awards live stream.
I saw that.
On the official channel, not counting the restreams.
Yes, that's right.
That's insane.
Yes.
Oh no, my headphones died. Hang on.
Oh shit.
Completely missed the beep that they were running low on batteries. Like, what happened? So yeah, no.
Rainbow sherbet,
exactly.
Yeah. It's orange.
Mango sherbet is my favorite. I think.
Ooh, mango.
Or raspberry sherbet is also.
Raspberry mango. That sounds good.
One scoop of each in a cone. Yeah, that's good. No, but yeah. Hopefully, Dragonbane next week. I'm planning not to be sleep deprived, so we can do it. Would be nice. And then those 3, like the content on Teardown and on Gangs of Sherwood, coming soon. Other than that, what else do I have planned? I'm gonna do on my reaction channel. I'm gonna do a 13 days of Swiftmas.
Oh.
So planning to record one Taylor Swift reaction a day for 13 days of Christmas instead of 12 days, because 13 like her birthday is December 13th. Like 13 like she tries. I think if I remember correctly, she always has 13 tracks on her albums. 13 is like her number,
Yeah.
to the point where like I think she and a lot of Swifties have the number 13 tattooed on all the bodies. So yeah, it made sense to do 13 songs. Unfortunately, she doesn't have 13 Christmas songs. She has like 7. But we,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
with the
but-
help of the comment section, I think we figure out a set list of 13 songs to do. So I'm gonna do that. Gonna record a bunch of those soon, and get one out every day up until Christmas, starting like next Monday. And then we'll see what. Yeah, and then hopefully I'll have time to edit my the Stadia that was video that I'm working on. Look back at Google Stadia, which is yeah, it turned out to be. I was like, yeah, this is gonna be a short video. Yeah, it's like 1,500 words. So it's like 15 minutes of me talking about Google Stadia and what happened, what it was, and how it could have been different if things had gone differently, and what we will be missing now that it doesn't exist anymore. Gonna be fun, or but mostly fun. A bit sour in a sense. Still not over that. Probably won't ever be over it fully, but you know. But yeah, stay tuned, guys. 1.5 hours to go until the Game Awards. You can check it out with Reaver and Crystal and a bunch of other people over at Cyborg City and Cloud and Console, I think it was on YouTube too. If you want to just watch it, if you want to be in it, you can probably do that in the Cyborg City. Bring your own drinks, have fun, and I will catch up with all of that tomorrow and over the weekend. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. We'll see you all next week.
Yep.
And hopefully through this, or we'll see, EVMAX might stop working because I think our plan runs out on that day. And we're not sure about its renewal yet. So yeah, looking forward to every being here with you every Thursday for the foreseeable future.
Yes.
And I'm gonna roll the outro now. Bye, guys.